Just opening thoughts on how you thought you guys did today.
I think we progressed. You know, it's still early in the year, and after last weekend, I felt like we were just so average, and I would rate us above that overall as a team. You know, you always have when you're putting 10 guys on the mat. You know, you always have you know, kind of mixed feelings in that. You know, we feel really good about certain weights, and other weights we probably didn't attack enough, and. But overall, I think the effort was better, and you know, we've got a super tough weekend coming up. Next Sunday, we'll be wrestling in an arts center, just exactly like this, or similar to this, in Columbia, Missouri, with the third-ranked team in the nation. So we'll find out what we're really made of. And then Friday night, we're at the University of Northern Iowa. So we've got two really tough opponents on the road. So you know, we needed to get out here and improve, and I felt like we did improve.
Still a overall good start to the season that you're overall happy with at this point?
Yeah, we haven't, you know, been tested, and we'll get tested on Friday, and we'll get tested on Sunday. So that's the main thing, is we've got to progress. We've got a short week to train, and we need to have a couple good days, and we'll really know where we're at next Sunday at this press conference in Columbia, Missouri. I'll know exactly where we're at.
I know it's not really any new anymore, the amount of times you guys have been here at the Moss Center. Just it continues to be so cool, though. I mean, just is it still enjoyable, still kind of new to you, or what do you think about the experience as a whole?
I tell you what, I think our guys really like wrestling here. In fact, I know they really like wrestling here. We obviously see a different side than the fans. Maybe sometime I'll sit out there and see what it looks like, but we sure can hear them, that's for sure. And I know it was sold out today, and so that's a neat environment. So we're going to keep this thing going. I guess we're 6-0 at the Moss in 3 years now, so we're going to keep that going.
Might as well, right?
Yeah.
You guys have any more questions, guys?
And which of the matchups today did you see as any, like particularly some X factors out there that were integral for you guys come out with the victory today?
Well, I felt, you know, when you got two top 10 ranked guys at heavyweight, and that's what we had at heavyweight. You can see that match was pretty good until we got him tired. Then we kind of blew that thing wide open in the third period. But that was probably the marquee match of the day, was that particular match at heavyweight. And we knew they were, you know, we're young and inexperienced at 133 and 165, and they're actually, you know, they're really excited about those two weights, and so. I was hoping we could get one of those two, but we didn't, and those guys are both young, and so they've got a ways to go.
Dennis Gustafson and Sal Mastriani aren't one of your 6th-ranked wrestlers, but they seem to have made a lot of strides. Can you talk about how they have progressed so far this season?
They have, and that's the word, progressed. Is they have progressed. You know, they didn't have the kind of years they wanted to last year, and so now they're getting a little bit of momentum. You know, they haven't beat anybody really ranked. They're going to get tested, so next week, big time. But I really like what I see. That's a good observation, and that, you know, we've got a couple of guys that are, I think, flying under the radar. But next Sunday at this time, we'll know how much they were flying under the radar.
How important do you think these next two matches are for your team as a whole, facing some tougher competition on the road against Northern Iowa and Missouri?
Well, I always say you find out what your team's made out of, or what individuals are made out of, when you get in tough situations. And we're going to be wrestling in a really hot, packed facility Friday night that's going to have about 2,500 people sitting right on top of us, and then we're going to go to a very similar venue like this, and it's going to be packed, and nobody's going to be cheering for us, and they're going to be good, and it's going to be hard, and that's when you dig deep and find out who's ready to do it.
What will the focus and practice be this week leading up to those two matchups this week?
Well, we don't have a lot of time. We know we get on an airplane Thursday morning, so we don't have a lot of time. So we just have to get 2 good days in this week, 2 really good days. So we'll go at 4 o'clock tomorrow, and probably go once on Tuesday, maybe something light on Wednesday, and travel on Thursday. So we just gotta, you know, I'm a typical coach in that you get stuff done in practice, and so we got to make it happen there.